Hello. This video will cover information for undeclared humanities students. In this video, I will be discussing the following. What are the humanities? 4 questions to reflect on, placement exam information, how to explore the humanities through your coursework, a sample first semester course plan, how GEs and exam credit can count towards your degree, and some opportunities and resources you want to consider. So, what are the humanities? The humanities explore the human condition. It pertains to everything and anything derived from human creation, such as art, literature, language, philosophy, and religion. This includes creative writing, English literature, gender and sexuality studies, narrative studies, philosophy, philosophy, politics, and economics, and philosophy, politics, and law. A big part of choosing a major in college is really reflecting on what your interests are and ultimately what your goals are. You don't have to decide what career you want now, but it will be helpful to think about what things interest you, what things you've excelled in, what excites you, what are you excited to learn about, what aspects are you most interested in, storytelling, which can be tied to English literature, creative writing, or narrative studies, contemplation of purpose and meaning, being a citizen in a complex world, like gender studies or philosophy. And then finally, are there any majors you're already considering? It's helpful for your advisor to know if you already have a couple majors in mind to help you best explore within those majors. It's okay if you don't have any majors in mind, but it is something that you want to think about. Humanities majors typically do not require chemistry or math, and therefore a placement exam is not necessary. The only exception is the philosophy, politics, and economics degree, which requires Calculus 1, which means you would need to take the math placement exam. Additionally, if you know that you are pre-health or pre-med, it is recommended that you take both the math and chemistry placement exams. All dorm type students are required to fulfill a level 3 of a foreign language. If you have an AP score of 4 or 5 besides Latin, or an IB higher level score of 6 or 7, you will satisfy the foreign language requirement. If you're fluent in a language, you may take a competent exam to satisfy the foreign language requirement. If you're an international student, you might be exempt from the requirement. If you're not satisfying the foreign language requirement in any of these ways, you will need to take foreign language courses. If you have previous experience with a language, you may contact the Language Center for placement for your first semester. The exception would be Spanish, which requires a placement exam that you can access on Brightspace, which is only available during orientation. If you want to start a new language at level 1, you may request declarance for level 1 of the language. Please note that the Language Center will confirm that you do not have any academic experience in the language you are requesting level 1 clearance for. With the GE courses, these are the ones you have to take for your degree at USC regardless. So if you have a particular interest in these areas, there's an opportunity to explore that using your GE courses without using elective space. So for GEA, the course CTCS 190, which is Introduction to Cinema, is one option for you to consider at USC if you have interest in exploring narrative studies, which prepares students for the development and evaluation of original content for novels, films, theater, and other narrative platforms. For GEB, you can choose English, philosophy, gender and sexuality studies courses to explore English-related majors, philosophy-related majors, and gender and sexuality studies. Here are additional courses in the GC and GF categories that correlate to a humanities major. Here we have a sample first semester course plan, so you have a sense of what courses to enroll in your first semester. All first-year students are required to take a GE seminar and Writing 150 in their first year. These should not be taken in the same semester. You may select a GEE, Seminar in the Arts, Social Analysis, Life Sciences, Physical Sciences, or Quantitative Reasoning, since most majors within humanities will not cover those categories. The second course will be a foreign language course if you have not already satisfied the requirement. If you have satisfied the requirement, you can take a GE from category A, C, D, E, or F. The third course should be a humanities exploratory course, perhaps one course from the list in the previous slides. Your finest course can be a GE from category A, C, D, or F. Often there are questions about AP and IB credit. Here you can see that some tests may satisfy certain GEs. It's important to talk with your advisor about the majors you're considering to ensure you understand how exam credit might apply for those majors. You can also scan the QR code on the screen here for a full list of exam credit. There are many opportunities and resources at USC. Maymester courses are courses that take place at the end of your spring semester but are still part of your spring tuition. These courses often go off campus or they go abroad, and so it gives students an opportunity to potentially earn major or GE credit while getting a mini study abroad experience. Studying abroad is also a really popular option for students in the humanities, and students typically go abroad in their junior or senior year. The program that you would do abroad is going to depend ultimately on the major you decide on. So by your junior year, you'll likely have chosen something, and so you can talk with your advisor about which programs might be most appropriate. Directed research is another great way for students to explore in general. Directed research is research under the supervision of one of the faculty members, and it allows you to get a really good idea of what kind of research is going on in that specific field. Another great way to explore is student organizations. You join a student organization, it's a great way to get connected with students in particular majors who have similar interests to you and with faculty who are in that area. And they can also help you understand what it looks like to be a student in that major, the sorts of things they're learning in the classroom and outside of the classroom. Other ways that you can explore and help you understand what major might be best fit for you is the Dornsife Career Pathways. So this is an office that helps students understand what their career interests are, and so they have different assessments that you can take that can really help you understand what major might be the best fit for you based off of your interests. The resources on the right are different academic resources and are free for all students. They include tutoring and academic support and disability and accessibility services.